Math 7, lesson 3.5 and 3.6. This is solving inequalities with multiplication and division. To solve multiplication and division inequalities, I need to undo whatever is happening to the variable by using the inverse operation. So this is the same thing that you would do when you're just solving for a regular equality. So c divided by 5 is less than or equal to 13. We're going to do the same thing that we would normally do, which is since it's being divided by 5, we do the opposite, which is multiply 5 by each side. And then we get c is less than or equal to 65. 3y is greater than or equal to 15. Divide both sides by 3. And you get y is greater than or equal to 5. A divided by 7 is greater than or equal to 4. We want to get a by itself. It's being divided by 7. So we do the opposite, which is multiply by 7 on both sides. Those cancel out. And we get a is greater than or equal to 28. 8x is less than 24. Divide both sides by 8. X is less than 3. So you're going to solve an inequality the same as you solve an equality, except for in one case, and that is if you multiply or divide by a negative number, you need to reverse the inequality sign when you write the final answer. So 3, if you say 3 is less than 5, well, that is a true statement. But if I multiply both sides by a negative 1, I end up with negative 3 is less than negative 5. And that is a false statement. So in order to make it true, I need to reverse the inequality sign to make it a true statement. Negative 3 is greater than 5. So by multiplying each side by negative 1, I have to change the direction of the sign in order to make it true. Let's do some of those and see what that actually looks like. P divided by negative 3 is less than 12. So to solve this, I'm going to do it the same way, which is to multiply both sides by negative 3. And I get P. And on this side, I get a negative 36. But in order to make this a true statement, I have to reverse the sign. So it's P is greater than. So here it was less than. In order to make it a correct inequality, I have to change the sign. The next one, C is greater than or equal to negative 2b. Divide by a negative 2. And because I'm dividing by a negative number, I have to change the direction of my sign in order to keep this a true statement. And this is going to be negative 3 is less than or equal to b, or that could be written as b is greater than or equal to negative 3. On this one here, I'm going to multiply both sides by a negative 6. Because I'm multiplying by a negative number in an inequality, remember I have to change the direction of the sign. So that's going to be 24 is greater than or equal to r. Another way to write that is r is less than or equal to negative 24. Divide by a negative 4. Because I'm divided by a negative on an inequality, I have to change the direction of the sign, so x is less than 6. Let's take a look at some examples. 7 is less than n divided by 2. So we're going to solve this like a regular equality and multiply both sides by 2. 14 is less than n. Another way to write that is n is greater than 14. In the second part of this, it says we need to write the solution set using words. So that would look like this. We would write it out like S equals the set of numbers greater than 14. So that's how you would actually write that out using words. Okay, now let's take a look at number 2. 8p is less than or equal to negative 64. So I'm going to divide both sides by 8. And I get p is less than or equal to negative 8. And I would write out S equals numbers less than or equal to negative 8 as my solution set, like I did over here. But I'm not going to write that out since it takes too much time. Number 3, I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 13. Because I'm multiplying by a negative, I have to change the direction of my sign. So the way that I do it is I put my sign down right away so I remember to change the direction of it. So I'm going to turn it this way and then go ahead and solve it. Negative 65, and this is t, and I'm going to rewrite that as t is greater than negative 65. And I would also write down that S equals the numbers greater than 65 in the set. Number 4, dividing both sides by negative 6. Because I'm dividing by a negative, I'm changing the direction of my sign. I'm going to write that down first. V is less than negative 6. Let's see, I'm going to multiply both sides by a negative 8. Because I'm multiplying by a negative, I'm changing the direction of my sign. M is greater than or equal to 24. And I would also write down S equals numbers greater than or equal to 24. I'm going to divide by negative 7 on both sides. Because I'm divided by a negative, I'm changing the direction of my sign. Negative 8, D. The way to write that is D is less than or equal to 8. Let's take a look at some more. Solve for the variable and graph your solution on a number line. So let's start by solving it and then we'll go to graphing it. I'm going to multiply both sides by 10. And I get M is less than 50. So to graph that, I will have an open circle on 50 because it doesn't equal 50, and anything less than 50. Number 8, first thing I'm going to do is combine my like terms. So I have 5p is less than or equal to negative 25. Divide both sides by 5. P is less than or equal to negative 5. And now on a number line, I'm going to show that P it can't equal negative 5, so it's going to be a closed circle. And everything less than that. Number 9, multiply both sides by a negative 5 to get G by itself. Because I multiplied by a negative, I'm going to change the direction of my sign. G is less than 25. So I'm going to show that G does not equal 25, so it's an open circle, but it's everything less than that. Number 10, let's combine those like terms, and we have a negative 8w is greater than negative 80. Divide by a negative 8 on both sides to get w by itself. Because I divided by a negative, I'm changing the direction of the sign. So I get negative is, w is less than 10. So on a number line, 10 is going to be an open circle, and then everything less than that.